Hello everyone, today we're trying another demo, The Guiding Spirit, and let's get right into it. I just opened it. Let's see. From distant realms and shadowed corners, countless souls journey to and around, each seeking the promise of fortune that lingers like a beacon over its wild lands. Yet only the bravest and strongest endure most fall. Yet only the bravest and strongest endure. Most fall prey to the dangers that lurk beneath this beautiful but deadly surface. Welcome to the Guiding Spirit. Will you keep those helpful? Yeah. Yes. Ready. Let's see what adventures are available. Embark on new adventure. Tavern. Let's just hit new. Get right into it. Love pages list available adventures. The right shows details. We only have the one. That's fine. The Guiding Spirit. Makes sense. A playthrough's difficulty depends on your party size, risk level, and story difficulty. Impacts skill check challenges. Okay. You'll need. I did not realize this was here. You need a party before you can set out on the adventure. Right now, no characters are assigned. Let's fix that. Head to the tavern. Let's see. So the adventure is the Guiding Spirit. An old legend speaks out of an ancient spirit that haunts the hills of Convendale, ever watchful for a band of unsuspecting heroes waiting for a chance to twist their fate to suit its own desires. Oh, this is a difficult. Okay. Welcome to the tavern. A crossroads of champions and scoundrels. Recruit your allies and breathe life into this quiet hall. Click on roll character. Generates one with a random ancestry class. Okay. Let's see, the tavern is empty and the hush of early morning blankets every corner. Will someone at least grace us with their presence before the Nemerians descend to lay displace the ashes? The sturdy Levoden innkeeper mutters beneath his twitching mustache, eyes flickering nervously towards the empty table scattered through the room. We've gained a new character. Click. Captain Asser Dosen. Hoka, Spellblade. Asser spent his I thought that was a guy, girl. It's fine. Asser spent his childhood walking on marbled floors, idling in the spirits of vast, econzitic pillars, and overwhelmed by costly jewelry. The Dosen family, stationed in Belengul, made sure he was trained by the best warriors in the realm. One ill-fated day, due to some unfortunate events, he lost his family's sacred weapon. His father's long sword he brought home from the war. He left his home in shame. Despite all the tribulations of his early life, Asher looks for social interactions in life where possible. He knows that there is someone somewhere out there who would be his companion for the rest of his life. He just needs to find this person, okay? Intellect 50. Health is here, yeah. This is motivation. It could have been a simple story, but it wasn't. Arcane intellect 50. The character sheet displays your character's history, traits, and abilities. Review the details, then click on the door button or press escape to head back. Okay, what is this one? Ancestry, level 3 Spellblade. Expertism. Combines swordplay and magic. Rely on judgment and daring rather than rules of orders. Makes sense. Polka. Ancestry. From the caves of the Mesophis come the short elves. Their long and nimble fingers well known. They have roamed through and around, making homes wherever they wish. Kilmers. Okay, sure. Noble child, we knew this. Seeker of true, aspirations. Seeker of true love. That's his goal. Domain, Shilin Dalavar, god of pride. Constellation mirror. Grants the careful trait. Capability traits. He's not the tallest in the room, he's short. Memory casting can hold a reservoir of intellect within his mind, summoning it at will whenever needed. Dexterous, move with unerring precision, fast. Outpaces all who cross his path. Quick thinker, puzzles, design, system, and plans ahead with a remarkable speed and precision. Good immune. His body is a fortress, shielding him from sickness, poison, disease, and even the common cold. Fear of poison. He fears poison. Personality traits. Overcurious, cannot touch that. Swindler, does not always follow the rules. Life pantheon. Devotion is given to a group of gods belonging to the pantheon of life. Kind. Heart is gentle, as his deeds show mercy and compassion. Reserved. Listens more than he speaks. Keeps it cool. Remains calm as nothing can shake him. Tidy. Always keep their belongings in order. Drifter. No matter where he goes, he never quite fits in. The open world feels more like home. Seeker of comfort. A chair is not a chair without a pillow. Excuse me. Language. Humor. Common. Local knowledge. Felangale. Weapons and expertise. Medium. Oh, he's an expert in medium weapons. Unarmed. He's skilled. Destructive. Indoctrination magic. Thaumaturgy magic. Tribals. Magic bag. Special action and spells. Aim, strike, knowledge of the druids. He may converse in it and leave messages that remains invisible to outsiders. Illusory treasure. Fire arrow, arcane bolt, distracting attack, grow fruits. Skills. Okay, let's see. Spell casting, melee, so better with the spell casting than the melee. Perception, searching, connection, learning, climbing, scouting, balancing, breath holding, hiding, sneaking, wearing armor, blocking, dodging, jumping, ranged, listening, lock picking, demoralizing, reasoning, tumbling, fishing, trading, woodworking. This is a lot of skills. Herbalism, politics, gambling, escape artist, throwing items, navigation. Equipment. He has a short sword. Oh crap. Once you pick a class, starting equipment is generated based on your character's job, personality, and past. I want to go back. Okay. Short sword, linen, common, steel ring. Oh, his family's ring. Silver neck chain, leather to mother. His parents alive. Lockpick. That he's not that good at. Wasn't he? I don't think he was. Let's actually look at this. So you have the ring, the weapons. Okay. Answer attracted to females. He okay to ancestries. Oh, welcome to your character creation sheet. Who is your character and how they are perceived? Actually, how do we go back? I don't know what I just did. Oh. Records. Poker with light brown eyes. Who walks before me? A hero, perchance, or something else entirely? Ancestors present a distinct group of living creatures, distinguished from each by their traits. Huh. I think it bring us here. I'm happy with the polka. Short polka. In the dim corner, he sits in silence, half hidden by shadow and smoke. Let's create one this time. Donnie Bertil. Donnie? None. Bertil. Nah. It's already on female, so let's do a doctor. Feminine. Voice feminine. Okay. Attracted to males. Okay. Story she. Settings. So doctor. Next, ancestors. Big old gray. Ancient gray dwells in the mountains. Their stone-like skin granting them formidable resistance to ordinary weapons. That's cool. Lemurian. Tall, short-haired humans renowned for their deep spiritual traditions. Levotins. Levotins are the more widespread human ancestry on the continent of the Underrealm. They encompass a wide variety of cultures and customs, but are often regarded as the most ruthless species, driven by a desire to dominate. Blavikian? Humans from Blavikia have a dry skin, sharp, hairy features, and long hair, often worn in ponytails. Noticeably raw, their culture is noticeably raw and more rugged compared to the other human groups. Wood. A wood Ophi? Curious about culture and exhibit a fair degree of civilization. Pharynx? What happens when you anger a pharynx? The air around it quickly heats up. Nixies. Polka. You read about them. El Duvatar. Most dutiful among the four armored clan. They occupy the lowest rank in the Duvatar strict hierarchy known as the Q. What is this? Is okay. I want to do this one. Oh, that wasn't it. Nick. Oh wait. Humans. Ophies. Humors. Nixies. Matars. Animatics. Humans possessing the skills and traits of wolves. That's cool. Scourge. Scrogs. Truck. Satisfy their cravings for excitement through non-violence but thrilling activities. And so feed their adrenaline addiction through killing, becoming cruel and fearsome. As a result, they are banned from most places and despised by other species. With each kill, their skin grows dry and their form becomes increasingly twisted. Are you a variant of not you? Of you? Where is it? The humans. Yeah, let's do the U. And then to class. You are a doctor. Oh, this is a lot. Warriors, sages, knights, weavers, bars, deaded, disciples, outlanders, criminals, common. So what's common? Guard, anthropologist, advisor, hunter, guide, architect, alchemist, gravedigger. Disciples, I guess there's nothing here. Deaded, guards, weavers. Into red dragon, renegade, warlock, wild. Knight, sages. Fate, cleric, circle of the tall tree, druid. Wise, circle of the tall tree, casting, light cleric, darkness cleric, trickster cleric. Let's do fate. Cleric who derives her powers from the devotion to the god of fate. Some classes come with I have not been paying attention to this, comes with a base set of skills and abilities. Changing class resets later stages, skills, proficiencies, and special. Noted. Oh, there's something. Okay, so nothing popped up there. The origins. What is your character's backstory and what part of the world do they hail from? You can view the current status of your hero's background by pressing this button. Okay. Place of birth. So we know. What do we know about this? Dry skin, sharp facial features, long hair, more rugged. Okay. We have a settler, nah. Okay, let's see. Troubling child, raised in a temple, made beforehand, noble child. Tribe raised. Child of the woods, raised by ties, merchants, family shopkeeper, a hag. Snatched from her parents by a hag, she grew up away from what the life she was meant to have. Nah. Dark prayers, a pious home nurtured by those devoted to the teachings of Alandra. Devoted upbringing, Agamar. Pious home. Okay, what was the hour? Wait, did I do? Why was it? No. You cannot. This value cannot drop further. Your earlier choices, such as classes, have been fixed. I want it fate. Fixed minimum threshold. What? I guess it is. I don't know. Let's go back. Okay. Tricks. Settler. But they lead rules raised by death whisperers. That's interesting. Troubling child. Raised by the temple. Learning the ways of the divine. Let's do settler. Was raised within a... Okay, I need to remember this. Where they laid roots. I would have thought that would have been a trickster one. Continent and around Providence, Brook Hand, City, Village, Amberguard. Her family arrived to the land of Anderhelm right after the War of the Seven Empires. Drawn by the land's bounty and promise, they made it their home. That's cool. Some memories. No core memory selected yet. Okay. Here you define the events the character experienced during their childhood. Okay, so you're a fate cleric. So I'm going to say that they settled because Dani was led by her god to help their tribe. So, marked by a monster, no. Pilgrim, no. Let's see. She faced with no. Abducted by cultists, evil inside, lost the weapon. This is what the other guy has. Ex-lover, a slave for years, cursed family, on the run, expelled student, father's disfavor. Nah. Untroubled youth, gentle and untroubled. Demon's pact, trapped in stone. The journey of self-discovery. Monster tragedy, caught in the act. That's funny. Not for me. No. Love of teacher. The chosen one. Mind corrupted. Pilgrim. Let's do. I want to see how tribe sent into her to the world, tasking her with uncovering her own destiny. Her family one day sent her to undertake her Karogi, a journey to discover who she really is. That's cool. Can we do more than one? Oh, nope. It's not. Let's put it back. Yeah. I actually like this. Interesting. Her aspiration. I think I have an idea about this. Let's see if they have it or something related to it. Relic of domination, relic hunter, treasure seeker, adventure. Collector of the lost. Civilizing land, hand. Insatiable mind, boundless explorer. I want to be famous. A brighter legacy. Secret of true love, secret mission. Protector of monsters, animal guardian. Not a kid anymore. So not a kid anymore or secret mission. The will of her domain beneath more than notice. She took on a secret mission dedicated to Tahargan. Is that who the god of faith is? You know what? No, let's do the grown-up one. Where is it? Not a kid anymore. You know what? Let's do the actual. I'm gonna just hope that. Where is it? Secret mission. Her gone. I think it is. Pretty sure gone. Yeah, to her gone spells. Yeah, perfect. That's cool. The domains. This is a lot actually. Available domains. So her god, once a lesser god, now reigns over the edge as the god of fate and war. Oh crap. Select your character's domain, debtors, sages, and holy knights Select your character's domain. Debtors, sages, and holy knights channel their abilities to their domains. Okay. We only have one. Okay. We go back. It is the book. Okay. Out of Fate and War. So gone, yeah. Next is Constellations. Birth sign. Ghost, demon, lantern, flower, mirror, shield. We already have someone who's this. Careful trait, imaginative trait, resolute trait, social trait, overly curious, easygoing. Resolute. Flowers are renowned for their will to live. Master Vernon, captain of the Royal League, was also a flower, though she rarely spoke of it. Heroes follow this. Oh, this is optional. They follow the sky's secret maps into realms unseen. Sure. Resolute. Okay. Capabilities. Capability traits help or hinder surviving in the world, depending on whether they are neutral or challenging. Characters possess several neutral traits and one challenging trait. Challenging traits, while harder to play with, will give your character extra experience if overcome. Selected natural left for challenging one. Okay. Unique traits are rare and have specific effects. Characters with the same unique trait cannot join the same adventure. Look for a diamond on the icon and the unique tag in the description. There are lots of traits to choose from. For better visibility, organize the available traits based on them being neutral, challenging, or based on types such as body, mental, etc. And remember, you can always randomize everything instead. Okay. So we have a magic domain. She channels magic in service of the hard Gone. The fate guy, he's neutral, which makes sense. Studied magic, natural magic. Let's see. So this will add to this. So we have domain magic. We have body, physical, mental, senses, health, arcane, intellect, fears, situational. Let's do neutral. You know what? Let's do mental first. Quick thinker, minimus, good concentration, multitasker, panic attack, attention deficit, poor memory, adrenaline addict, wow, imbecile, claustrophobic, sleepwalking, interesting, senses, perceptive eye, locks one eye, short-sighted, eagle eye, also neutral, sharp ears, a smeller, poor hearing, short-sighted. Okay, so we can do either detail or far beyond. Let's do eagle eye. We got 3 left and a challenging. Let's do help. Mute. Oh, that would be actually cool. Allergic to potions, bad breathing, bad health, seasick, bad stomach, brittle bones, bleeder, good immune. Let's do good immune. Physical, maybe? Strong, no enduring body, fast, dynamic, agile, dexterous, slow, clumsy, unsteady hands, weak. I feel like clumsy is a maybe. Body. Tall, short, lightweight, overweight, less fingers, lump. Alright, let's just do situational. Rich start, has follower, unlucky, undead, tough start. Maybe. Fears, the dark, of fire, of ghosts, of insects, of spiders, of poison. Nothing in, nothing here. All right, so if I do the less fingers, it locks out dexterous, which was physical. It was, so let's see. Less fingers. Yeah, it's gone. Okay. What's the story so far? Oh, we can't do that yet. Domain, eagle eye, good immune, but less fingers. No, that doesn't make sense. Dynamic? Agile? I don't think we have to use all of them, but let's do tall. And we're gonna say we start off with money because our tribes gave us some before we left. Okay. So that's all of that done. The manner in which someone reacts to events depending on their individual personality and attitude. The character's overall personality will be defined based on the combination of their personality traits. It's best to start by picking one of the root personalities. Use the side buttons to characterize. Root personalities unlock more specific behavior types and beliefs. Huh. Okay. We do have resolute. Is this not a root personality type? Okay, reckless, careful, social, reserved, swindler, lives by the rules, easygoing, always helps others, emotional, imaginative, pragmatic, evil, stoic. Reserved, but I think the other guy has that, doesn't he? Careful. Weighs each step with careful consideration. Mental. Paranoid, lunatic, gluttonous. Not happening. Yeah, no, let's just stick with careful. Habits. Severus. Plays it safe. Order. Elism? Ism. First herself in third person. That's funny. Bearer of peace. Wizard with the hat. Bound by habit. Expression. Sweary. Pirate. Nope. Straightforward. Dry. Snarky. Narcissist. Archaic. Animated, sweet talker, accent, elegant speaker, creepy, snake tongue, easy of speech, kind, mysterious, chronic complainer, rough manner, awkward. So either kind or straightforward. Let's do straightforward. Faith, life, death, forgotten, nature, zealous. Nah. Interest. Bookworm, knowledge, mountains, trading, intellect, history, cultures, hunting, beast, maps, mysteries. Let's do mysteries. Crime solving, dungeons, first night, nature. Characteristics. Wants to understand, constant interpreter, drifter, remorseful, all in. Paternalistic, picky, travels light. Creative, keep it cool, adaptive, initiative. Persistent, teamwork when all is lost. Resource manager, open-minded, ambitious, inspiring, storyteller. Nostalgic, hygienic. Wise, hygienic, obviously. All right, I don't know where I stopped. Here we go. Wise, tidy, nostalgic, takes any job, ageless, stays out of trouble, hate their name, high standards, over curious, always sober, spiritual. Attractive. Poetic. Uses past as an excuse, always has a plan, physical, high, society like, tender-hearted. Seeker of comfort. Hearty drinker, often neglected. All right, let's go. Power hungry, faint of heart, naive, hopeless romantic, dictatorial, hot-headed, uncertain, overconfident, quickly bored, pessimistic, burden bearer, aggressive, lone wolf, secretive, exaggerator, egoist, fear of the unknown, tender. Okay, I'm not doing two. Does this not count as a... No, it's unique. Does it count as a challenge? Okay. So instead, let's do... secretive, fear of the unknown. No. Maybe tenderheart. What's the naive one? Maybe that's why the tribe pushed her out to live life. Oh, Locke's evil. Trust too readily, sees the world through unguarded eyes. Huh. You know what? No. Let's do another one. Over, no. Uncertain, no. Lone wolf. Let's actually do... Let's do that. We're careful and we're straightforward when we're doing our job, but secretive. Also not a... Oh, it is challenging. Let's do that. And let's just have that. The game uses skill checks to determine whether party members can overcome the challenges thrown at them. The higher value you invest in the skill, the more likely the character will succeed. Okay. Don't forget you can hit the randomize button first. You cannot go below the number of your earlier choices, such as your class set as a minimum. Okay. $60 points. Connections. This is a lot. All right, Doctor. Doctor of Fate. Who's on a holy whatever. Holy quest. Let's do... No. Insight. The true intention of a creature is social, though. Deception, dancing, instruments, self-masking, hunting, weather prediction, arcana. Languages. Literacy. Physical knowledge. Draconis, mental powers, and psychic phenomena. Creature, culture, planar, nobility, royalty, decipher script. Oh yeah. Explosives. Oh, that's me. Biology, alchemy. Where's the 20 I did? We have something for healing. Healing. Research. Fumbling, hiding, blocking, listening, searching. Okay, so this is our set ones right now. I have no idea what this is. Why is there a plus here? Arrange the oh, because of Eagle Eye? Hiding. Let's put 5 more on healing. Oh crap, surgery. You know what? Let's take that off. Let's put the 10 on surgery. There's something I can take off. Herbalism. Let's take 5 off of this. Kana, honey, self-control. Because of... Let's put 5 here. Okay. Combat magic. Worldly, social, knowledge, criminal. Sneaking. Lockpicking. What else? The dexterous. That's fine. Research. Oh. And maybe reason. Self-control. Worldly. Hunting. Surgery or healing. Let's do healing. Let's leave it at that. 2 proficiencies. Here you define the character's area of expertise. Language, common. Oh, we have nothing? The spell, occult. Where did we get that? Oh, fate, cleric, sure. So language, common is because this is what it is. The spells, category magic because of the cleric. Fate, cleric gives us cult as well. Local knowledge, domain, streets of Dawn. From settler. Okay. So abilities. Proficiencies and personality traits may unlock unique combat abilities or skills. Read the description of the ability to fully understand what they do. Dark vision, floating disc, that's cool. Divine sense, object skill detection, fire arrow. So that's combat. I have no idea what this is. Mutation magic. Let's just go back to all. What? Oh, the levels. Okay. Weird. You know what? Let's go. Dark vision. Reading what lurks unseen. Divine sense. Potent evil assaults your senses like a foul stench. Object detection. Spirits lingering nearby. Our arrow. And floating disc. That's cool, but let's do object spirit detection. Oh, we can do 2? Combat arcane shows. Do we have a level? A specific level? Oh, we can do 4? Interesting. Oh, that's very... Okay. See true intention. Peer into the hearts of others. Sure. No. And then let's do... I want this, but... Let's do fire arrow. It has dark brown eyes and ponytail chestnut hair. Next. The soap from the hygiene thing. I'm pretty... Did I give her that actually? Yeah, I did. Perfect. Okay. Soap. A dagger. Head and body, common shirt. From class, trousers from found, boots, and shore followers. If your character has a followable capability trait, they gain a companion. A good relationship with them can offer valuable support, but losing a follower can be a major setback. Okay. I don't think we have any, so it's fine. 0, 0. Something, nope. Appearance. Customize your character's appearance and select their portrait here. The story will reflect your choices. Okay. Select refresh to have your game choose a portrait for you. Nope. tall, weight average, skin tone black, long ponytail, hair color dark brown. White. Let's look at. Wait, let's do this and see what happens. Beard, none. Tattoos, none. Scars, none. Nose, sure. Mouth, eyes, almond, eye type. I don't know the difference, so let's just leave it with deep. Bright eye color, dark brown, orientation, right. Oh, aren't we missing one? Missing fingers. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, so I guess it took some off. No. Ponytail. So is it gonna stick with you? Long ponytail, long. Not sure. Actually, let's see. If we do, if I swap it to coiled and I refresh. Okay, long ponytail. It is. Now let's put it back to. I have been doing this for an hour. Wow. Let's do. I guess I don't have a choice really. Oh, never mind. Ponytail. Let's see. Yeah. Dark brown eyes and ponytail chestnut hair. Chestnut. Right. Let's see, does it change? Not ready to see what's missing. One neutral personality type. Son of a gun. Where is it? So I have to do the neutral. I have to do as many as I can. Keep it cool. Initiative. Creative, resource, knowledge, laws, teamwork, persistent, ambitious, open-minded. Open-minded. Bam. You can still edit your character from the character sheet by clicking their name, portrait, or any of the main section headers. Change or silence the music. Okay. Okay. That's fine. Self-discovery, secret mission, flower. Start. Oh, it did change. Okay. Let's leave it with wait, why was it? I know that didn't just an adventure your current wait, what just happened? Okay, oh, okay. Add them. Roll characters up to 6 and start story to jump into the story. Already in your party. Oh, I see it. I see it. I see it. My mistake. Okay. There we go. Let's do one more. Oh, wait. No, 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 no. Go back. Exit you. Donnie Acer. Let's roll a character. Maggie. What are you? Born in Amber Guard. As a child, she was causing no end of trouble for her parents. They tried to curb her lunatic behavior and encouraged her to be content with home and hearth like other folks. Only later in life did she realize this couldn't go on. She chose to change and eventually became a much more thoughtful person. Not many knew that Maggie's family had always been cursed on magic, had always flowing through their veins. All who bore the Toro name met terrible ends once they dared to manipulate the intellect. The magical powers took deeper root in them than in most. It fed their obsession, and in the end, led them either to insanity or an early grave. Her brother was the most recent victim of the curse. The reason probably that Maggie is still alive is because she is not able to control the intellect, apparently. Despite all the tribulations of her early life, Maggie looks for social interactions in life where possible. She knows that there's nah. Someone has. They just do us too. They just do us. The world is dangerous. The world is cruel. The world is fair. The world is dangerous. Normal, no modifiers. Let's see. It is fair, dangerous, cruel. Let's do dangerous. Start. Chapter 1. The adventure has started. Don't forget you can access the character sheet by clicking on any character portraits or pressing C. Okay. Press space or click continue to progress the story. Now I have to toggle the radical menu on or off. Oh, okay. Debugs, not available. This is the demo. Main menu, Forge. Codex. There is a codex, but it's not available. Quest story. Interesting. Chapter 1. In Captivity. The low hum pulses through the air, deep and rhythmic. The square cell is cut from ancient Nemerian rock. Its once sturdy walls, dampened, worn with age, but it is the door that draws the eye. Nemerian. Northern province of Anderam, inhabited primarily by humans known as the Nemerians, dominated by tundra, black pine forests, and wind-scourged highlands that isolated from the warmer south. From the center, a bluish glow emanates. There, etched into the stone, is a circle of intricate carving sigils, spiraling outward like a ritual half complete. Two figures lie around it, unconscious, arranged as if by design. Both of them pressed tight to the walls. They wake simultaneously. But who could they be? Huh. I don't know what just happened. What is happening here? Let's explore the character sheet in more detail. You're already familiar with the summary tab that shows the main information. If you scroll down this tab, you'll find the character's relationship status with other party members, if any. On the equipment, you can see the character's clothing. Okay, E. record by pressing. Oh, I'm not going to remember that. Builds motivation. Okay. So you still have this. All right, with 90 or 50. Okay. The little spell blade, Acer, opens his eyes first. He is one of the incarnated souls. The Cumers are often known as the incarnated souls or the Thousand Lives folks. For upon death, their souls and fragments of memory pass into another Cumer's body. That's freaking cool. That's really cool. Short of stature, sharp of ear, and gray of skin, like stone shaped by moonlight. His eyes light brown and glittering as he wakes. He wears a long-sleeved tunic. Pressing teeth together in pain, he casts a quick glance around, eyes sharp and with confusion as he struggles to piece together the fragments of what had just befallen him. With a quick glance into the leather-worn backpack, he breathes a deep sigh of relief. Fingers brush over familiar shapes, all untouched. All but his sharp weapon. The weapon is gone. Is it? Oh, it is. Okay. The second figure in the room. Okay. Tani is a figure of deep skin tone with hair pulled back into a ponytail. Where am I? And how did I get here? The thought skims across the woman's mind like a bird in flight. I guess I need to explore this place, she says, half to herself, half to whatever might be listening. She even allows herself a slight grin. Mystery is the spice of life, and she's always had a taste for the strange and the hidden. I'm loving the backstory set into this already. Swap it. Also 50. Okay. Journal updated captivity. You awaken a strange dungeon. Iron weapons have been taken. You had a dagger. Okay. Hey, do you know anything about this place? Donnie folds her arms. Or how we ended up here in the first place? I have my belongings on me, but my weapon? It's gone. And I reckon yours have been seized as well. The woman doesn't elaborate on what she saw. She patiently waits for the others to say something. Answer doesn't reply. I wonder what this is. Donnie points at the carving on the glowing floor. Is he I don't think he's mute. Proficiencies. Let's just make sure. Personality. Capability. Okay, yeah, I don't think he is. Their eyes drift to the center of the chamber, where the strange bluish glow pulses from beneath the floor. The image carved into the stone resembles a vast pane of glass shattered into jagged fragments, some of which seem to form symbols. These symbols, are they keys or seals? Donnie strokes her chin, eyes narrowed beneath the shadow of her hood. There is an eye there, and a flower. A skull. I see the skull. Where's the eye? I see the flower. She adds, her finger casually twitched near the edge of the cloak. They might be warnings. They both turn their attention to the cramped cell around them. The cell is 8 feet by 6. The walls loom close, made from thick gray stone. The room doesn't have any windows. The only light source is the glowing floor. The only noticeable way out is a plain wooden door. Its surface worn and almost unadorned, almost blending into the stone walls around it. It stands quiet and unassuming. Donnie, who stands closest to the door, steps to it and tries the handle without success. Door is locked. Turn on update. We need to stay calm to be able to get out of this. Acer tilts his head to the left slightly. Acer claims, I will open this door with my lockpick. Roll a skill check to determine success. The section below explains the reason for your roll. The first. Acer goes to the door and kneels in front of the lock. He grabs a small needle-like tool from his bag and tries to unlock the door. The target number in the black circle indicates the difficulty. The higher the number, the lower your character's chance of success. Okay. 1 to 9 is a critical, so a critical fail. Lock picking, he has a 6. He gets a 20 from dexterous, and he gets a 20 from swindler. That's cool. Does he have it with advantage? He attempts to pick the lock. Roll the dice. Oh, okay. Okay, I think the light one is the first and the dark one is the second. So it's not a D20. Okay. I can deal with this. We succeeded with a 53 plus 40. 99 is crazy. Success. The door opens with a creaking. Wait, if motivation drops to 0 or below, the character becomes depressed. Track changes in the record section of your character sheet. Hold this. Okay. Locked door. Motivation changed from 50 to 65. Skill increase from 67. Cool. Lockpicking skill increase. Character relationships change dynamically. Track changes in the record section of your character sheet. There was some impressive work. Nice skills. Donnie nods respectfully. Donnie's attitude towards Acer changed from 50 to 53 as he successfully found a way to get out of the room. Track your character's health, motivation, and party satisfaction. Toggle views using the button indicated by the hand or by pressing S. Views? Okay, so this is the health. This is motivation. This is relationship. I'm confused as to why. All right, you have 53. Huh. Sure. I'm not gonna remember that. I'm not gonna remember the hotkey, but it's fine. Behind the door stretches a seamlessly endless corridor, its shadow swallowed by darkness. A single torch hangs from each wall beside the open doorway, flickering weakly, their flames struggling to push back the gloom. The dim light barely reaches beyond the threshold, leaving the path ahead cloaked in mystery and silent minutes. The party of two gazes into the darkness. Oh, I wish she had dark vision. I didn't pick it. After a moment's pause, Donnie speaks up. I think we can use the darkness to sneak around. Anything could be waiting, beast, blade, or worse, but if we stay unseen, we can hide from it. In agreement, they move ahead into the dungeon, each step a whisper against the cold tile floor. Darkness presses in. I guess that's a sneak icon. Thick as wet wool. No torch or lantern is lit. They go further in. In this part of the dungeon, the rough ground squelches beneath their boots, cold moisture seeping up with every step. After a few paces, the passage opens into a yawning crossroads. Twin corridors branching left and right. Acer hears the noise first, crawlers. The humor touches his right ear. What's a crawler? A dungeon-dwelling breed of rat known for lingering in one lair for weeks before slipping off to the next. It prowls in search of forgotten treasures and the unwary adventurers drawn to them. Humor. Oh, we know that's what he is. Wait. Common for a humor soul. Fragments of its memories to be reincarnated upon death. Their skin gradually turns purple with age, but he's gray right now, right? Sounds come from the right path. Acer's motivation changed from 65 to 70 after hearing a noise. Listening skill increased +1. Okay. Every chapter features a decision point. Click a task, then select a party member's portrait to assign them and shape the story's outcome. That's cool. Let's do this first. Just as they're about to decide their next move, a sudden chill passes through them. The spirit that had lingered around since they woke up suddenly feels majestic, empowered, ready to take control of them. How should it use its influence? Is that us? In what direction should it push them? Do they split up? Do they go together? Where was the only thing is we should be able to, they should have a toggle to go back one to see what was said last time. Because I'm pretty sure they said it was to the left where the sound was, but just to go back to check would be good. Would be just a nice thing to have. Does it like we read that? Huh. I think it's left, so we're gonna go right. Nope. Yeah. And they're going together. Shall we go? Acer inquires. The group takes the right route. As they press on, a small Acer leads the way, moving carefully, one toe after another. Quietly now. I'm guessing this is sneaking. Okay, 65. Sneaking 10 plus 40. High motivation 20. Swindler 10. Okay, we just need a 25 or higher. Got it. 69. Oh, and it's a script. Huh. Okay, let's see if it's a. He moves through silently. Sneaking when his sneak went up 1. Donnie comes next. Making her way along, sweating heavily. Keeping quiet, she mutters. I brought that down. Son of a gun. We need a 60. You were off by 1. Oh my. Donnie lapses. It makes a small but noticeable noise, probably waking the attention of something or some things. Sneaks has increased from 5 to 3. Yeah, we still failed it though. It's fine. Hopefully. They hear the noise all of a sudden. Screeching, squeaking, getting louder by the second. Many tiny glowing eyes appear in the dark. Rat situation. We encountered rats. Oh, sure. Okay. Motivation or rather health right now. The two of them quickly stir into action, boots stomping the ground and voices rising, all to send a clear picture. They are not lunch, but a threat. Oh, we're not gonna get this. 73. The rats don't seem to be intimidated by their efforts. The beast surge forward, quickly getting within reach, eyes gleaming in the dark, claws and teeth ready to snap. Like a signal is given, they leap. Asa brings his foot down, aiming to crush the scurrying rats beneath with the fierce stomp. I would rather do Donnie first because we gave her the fire arrow. Ooh, plus 90. Yay. Melee 30, high motivation 25, unarmed. That's perfect. Okay, we already passed this. So we have a plus 90 to 80 check. 11 is crazy. 101 still. He managed to stumble on a handful of rats. 30 to 31. Donnie struggles next to them. The rats are jumping. Why can we not use the fire arrow? Sure. That's a freaking 3. Roll a crit fail. Crap. Change from 30. Donnie's motivation changed from 50 to 35 after missing the rats. Despite the party's attempts, the rats don't seem to give up. Donnie screams as she tries to shake a lot of rats off herself. The little beasts eventually retreat as the group continuously attacks them. They run in all directions, seeking to crawl through a hole in the corner, fighting one another during the process. Donnie looks at her legs. They are bleeding, suffered from multiple bites. She gingerly sets her weight on one then another, grimacing. Donnie's 30 to 20. That's freaking annoying. Hit points. So this is the hit points. Motivation. Characters at 0 or less hit points need help or they will die. Press S. Yeah, we do that. Records. That's fine. Let's continue. Her companion doesn't seem to be able to help. Donnie straightens herself. Let us retreat to safety, where I may tend to the vessel of my suffering. Once the rats are gone, the party presses onward, grateful to be alive. After some walking, they come to another open space, lighted by a torch. They see a corpse, presumably one the rodents were feasting on. Nothing of value they found around the body. It had begun to rot, though it was likely there for just a few days. But who might it have been? He was a Blavakian by the look of him. The woman is right. The dead man's skin is dark as night, and the sharp, rugged features are telling. He belonged to the children of the night. The creatures claimed his flesh. His spirit may yet endure. Donnie mutters, giving the body a nudge with her foot. Let's keep moving. She points ahead, her voice low but firm. The group, leaving the dead behind with troubled thoughts, continue on, hoping to find the exit. They press onward through the tunnels. The path begins to narrow, and they realize it's covered with bones. With each cautious step, they feel the crunch beneath their boots, dry, brittle, unmistakable bones. All kind of humanoid creatures met their death here. Nothing of value is discernible. The passage widens, giving way to a chamber far larger than the previous room. Torches burn dimly in iron sconces, lining the stone walls. Raw, unrecognizable stench lingers in the thick air, like something rotten was left here for days. The room is sparsely furnished. A few ancient cupboards leaned against the wall, their doors warped and hanging loose. In the northeast corner, a wooden rack stands defiantly upright, its frame darkened with age, but sturdy still. Upon it hangs a grim array of weapons. A tall, cloaked man with a weathered beard occupies the center of the chamber. Before him rests an old dust-caked desk, upon which lies a worn, ancient-looking book. He is caught in some trance or perhaps a ritual stance, his hands resting upon the tome. When his eyes flicker open, they are cloudy and distant, gazing not at the chamber around him, but into something far beyond mortal sight. Guide me, master. Captivity. In the encounter we fought, Donnie got hurt. The rest were undefeated. Where did it? Oh, never mind. Okay. When the party steps into the room, a sudden blaring alarm sounds. The man halts his muttering mid-chant, his voice caught in his throat. Slowly, he lifts his head. His eyes go wide as he scans the group of misfits. Impossible! You should all be in your room. Why didn't the protection hex work? His eyebrows shoot upward as he shakes his head. I knew I wouldn't have trusted that piss eater in Dome. He thrusts his chin at the group. Acer realized that this man is more terrified about the one he previously called Master and not so much about the Piss Eater and Dome. Acer's motivation changed from 80 to 85 after spotting signs of real threat. His insight level increased from 0 to 1. Okay. I don't understand why he keeps doing it, but each his own. Donnie barks at the man. Explain why you captured us and tell us where our weapons are. The mysterious man lifts his bony fingers, absent-mindedly brushing the fresh scratches across his face, marks that looks as though a crawler had leapt at him. You're not supposed to be here, he said coldly. I was told. His hand stops for a moment and his face turns red. The potion! He shrieks loudly. Acer leans closer. You were told what? And what potion? The potion I drank. The sound of the alarm going off and something strange starts to happen, leaving them in shock. The man's body suddenly starts to fade. His expression transforms from fear to resignation as he would have just understood something. In seconds, there is only a silhouette on him remaining, and then he completely disappears. The missing man. Where is it? Okay. They are confused, looking at the spot the man used to stand. A moment before he was there, and now, nothing. There is only a note left on the desk, and in front of the place he vanished at. Acer seems shocked, though he doesn't show it. Gone. Just gone. We check if he left anything useful on that desk. Acer walks to the desk and picks up a piece of paper resting on the open book. I can't read it, but it looks like a trade record. Look around before heading to the exit. Donnie mutters, rubbing the back of her neck. She gestures towards the weapon rack. I think I can see our weapons there. They both move towards the old rack for a closer look. As they expected, it's full of their weapons. Donnie picks up a dagger from the holder. Finally. Donnie gives an impatient shake of her head. Donnie dagger added to her right hand. Acer slices the air with the short sword. He holds it in his hands for a second before taking it away. He has a short sword. They step back from the holder and move around the room. Searching the cluttered shelves, they spot an old map, neatly spread as if meant to be found. It's full of details about the entirety of the Irun province, all of its secrets and forests. One of the wealthiest provinces of the continent of Ada realm. Because of its central location, it is sometimes called the Middle Land. Neither of them touches the map. All armed at least, the party notices there is a ladder at the corner of the room, leading up to a hole at the ceiling, maybe to the surface. Okay. They climb for a minute at least until Acer, who climbs at the top, encounters a hatch. He lifts it open. The sunlight harshly blinds him. Use the history function to review past events. Not going to remember this. It's a lot of hotkeys, that's for sure. Shock that doesn't show much. Gone, just gone. Oh, this would have been. Never mind. They step softly on dry leaves, the brittle crunch breaking the heavy silence as they climb out of the hollow into a forest. Although winter barely should have passed, the air is thick and hot, sweat prickling their skin. Dense trees crowd around the clearing before them, their tangled branches weaving a green canopy that filters the bright sunlight. Where are we? Acer speaks, his eyes wide as he turns in place, scanning those shadowed forests. Seems we are far from Bellingham. Darkness will fall upon us soon. We must find shelter or at least a suitable place to make camp. And I see a path here. Hopefully it leads us to one before night descends. Donnie points towards a narrow path unfolding before them leading north. They head into the wild. They march ahead on foot, clueless. They walk in silence. The events happen underground, still occupying their thoughts. They march slowly. Each step a struggle through the overgrown terrain, where tangled roots and thick underbrush cling to their legs like grasping hands, hindering every movement. They only stop once to refill their water skins by the river. We have fire, and this place provides sanctuary for us tonight. Donnie nods at an empty clearing before some hours of travel. She makes her way to bring wood. She returns not long after with some branches in her arms. Acer brings up fire from the wood, arranging dried twigs and leaves with meticulous hands, mindful of the darkness pressing in around them. The party continues their camp preparations, their gear spread neatly around the site. Looks like they're settled for the night. Can you cook well? Acer asks. Alright, so can I not go? Also saves the game, that's fine. His companion shakes the head. Okay, fine, he scowls. It went down 5, not having a proper meal. Oh, his motivation went down. Okay, let us on the relationship. What is this? Does it mean hurt or bleeding? Oh, wrong person. No idea. Okay. As the night falls, they gather around the fire. Suddenly, a cruel voice pierces the quiet echoing inside their minds like a whispered curse. This is far from over. They all freeze. The firelight seems to flicker unnaturally as the voice continues. I am only beginning. And then it ends as fast as it came. They both stand up, exchange glances, unease tightening around them like chains. They look at her. Donnie looks at her companion worriedly. Did I just imagine that voice, or did we both hear it? Oh, this is getting very strange. Some excitement lurks in Donnie's voice, but she is trying not to show it. She scratches her chin. From whom this voice comes from, some unnatural entity, a god. It sounds as if it has some control over us. I did feel I was controlled by something back in the dungeon. Wait, was that us? Far from over. I'm only just beginning. Okay. Donnie shakes her head. The gods rarely interact with anyone directly. Acer laments for a moment, then wonders. The disappearing man mentioned a master. Who could that be? A heavy silence falls on them. Somewhere far away, a wolf howls. Eventually, Donnie speaks up. It seems we are stuck in this together until we figure things out. I suggest to set aside our differences. The confused group members slowly return to their meals, but their hunger is gone. Too many questions and too few answers. Who is the master? What are his plans, and is it connected to the voice in their heads? How did they even get into that room? And last but not least, where are they now? The party sits in silence, each lost in their thoughts. As the sun goes down, they begin taking shifts to keep watch and try to get some rest for tomorrow. For they all know that tomorrow won't be any easier. Out of the dungeon, the group must figure out what happened, what awaits, and why it feels as if someone is watching them. End of chapter 1. The party's motivation decreases due to uncertainty. We already had a low motivation. What? 10. Wow. Individual. Sure. Dangerous, normal. Injured, -8. Got along well for now, 300. Most successful, yeah. Most failures, exceptional. Hilarious incident, Tiny. What was the hilarious incident? Most useful, 1. Most kills. He killed 5 of them? Drought. Checks. Let's do, I guess, chapter 2. I wonder how many chapters. They arise from the first light of dawn. The forest around them hums with life. Another sweltering day awaits. The winter's chill is but a memory. Oh, thank you. Donnie's motivation changed from 10 to 25 after sitting down in camp. Do we not change? Her health did not change. At last, a party of two gathers their belongings and presses onward through the forest. A brisk wind stirs the trees as they move forward, rustling leaves and carrying whispers of the unknown. As they press forward through the undergrowth, Acer suddenly halts, alert. Fresh footprints. Someone has passed this way. He crouches and points to the ground. The track is mostly overgrown, littered with falling branches and debris, yet it did not escape the keen eye of the humorman. We've read his stuff about 3 times. Let us see where they lead. Motivation went up, and the track skill went up from 0 to 1. The tracks veer away from the main road, disappearing into the thick underbrush. They follow for a few moments until a grim sight halts them. A man lies sprawled on the ground, arrows embedded in his chest. A single apple rolled from his hand rests nearby. Dead body. Son of a gun. Stay vigilant. We know not what struck him down. Donnie looks around, alert for threats. They check the body's belongings and find a heavy tome with a dark brown cover. Acer takes the tome in hand and flips it open. After a few moments, he remarks, "Though I cannot read its contents, I recognize this tome. It recounts the ancient war of the Seven, the Castle's War. 7 pages have been torn away, well, several." He carefully places the tome in his backpack. I want it out of his and give it. Can we take it from him and give it to... That's actually annoying. Damaged book. I really don't want you to have it. The book contains information about the took place centuries ago during the second act. War of the Seven. A great war that shook the lands occurring long ago. Castle War. Shook the lands occurring long ago. They continue their journey. Shortly after, Acer pauses at a tree. He swiftly climbs atop it, surveying the land. I can make out some tents to the north, not far from here, perhaps an hour's trek, like one of those nomad clans. He climbs down, and the group continues along their path. The sun is nearly at its peak when the trees begin to thin, revealing a winding path that descends towards a small settlement of tents and racks. The party makes their way along the path, approaching the camp ahead. Before they reach the edge of the settlement, an old man approaches. His face is lined and dry as the desolate village behind him. He regards the group with unwavering eyes and speaks. "You seem like travelers who haven't seen much." He studies the party carefully, measuring each member with a discerning gaze. "Tell me, are the tales of the coming war true or mere whispers, old man?" The party members look at one another, shaking their heads. None can grasp the meaning of the old man's words, and none seem inclined to try. The group eventually leaves the old man. He does not seem to mind, merely sitting down on the ground and staring off into the distance. They walk further along the road. Tents stand on either side, seemingly the home of the man they encountered. A younger man dressed only in tattered cloth, holding a crude stone axe, and rests one foot along a tree trunk. Upon seeing the adventurers, he drops his stance and hurries back to the tents. Other men armed with spears pass him, their eyes marked with black paint. The tribe. As the group approaches, heads appear at the entrances of most tents, women and children. Many faces show fear mingled with curiosity, and some have bows slung across their shoulders. I wonder if they don't want to kill the dead body, man. The men outside wear simple rags or scraps of loosely fashioned armor, while those inside the tents are clad in little more than dirty rags and plain garments. We should speak with these people. They may hold some knowledge of what transpired with us. Donnie murmurs, rubbing the back of her neck. The group agrees. They must engage those ahead in one way or another. Why not try speaking to them first? Greetings. We wish to speak with you. Donnie steps towards the locals. An older yet swift-moving Kumar man emerges from a tent in the center of the camp. A ceremonial axe hangs at his left side, and he grips his quarterstaff in his right hand. He approaches the party with deliberate steps. Donnie senses a powerful spirit residing in the chief's axe. Ooh! Spirit detection was used by Donnie. Let's go. I am Chief Harlahan, one of the Tree Fathers and leader of the Kimura clan, Tree Fathers. Spiritual leaders of the nomad clan. They gather occasionally to maintain peace and oversee matters of trade. Kimura clan, a tribal clan, a tight-knit group bound by ancient traditions, shared ancestry, and the sacred lands they call home. The clan leader announced himself plainly, his aim not courtesy, but to get things straight from the very first moment. Hold a moment, soldiers. He turns to the young muscleman with the axe. An expression in the forgotten tongue signifying passing travelers or newcomers. My hero, what think you of today's hunt? The man peers at the sky. Rain is coming, I can feel it. The chief draws his eyebrows together. Did you not listen to the birds this morning, Mahira? The young man's face reddens, yet the chief goes on. There is no rain in sight, Sakima. You may go hunting within the hour. Fledgling apprentice, just beginning their path. The Kuma chieftain turns back to the... Wait. Did I miss something? Rain is coming. Listen to the birds this morning. He turns back to the party to his pressing concerns. The land you now stand upon is Kimura territory. You must answer to me. His voice grows stark. Who are you and what brings you here? We are just simple travelers. Acer says with a serious expression, resting his fingers firmly on his short sword. We would like to stay here for the night, if you would have us, Donnie asks. Where are you going? Before a second question is asked, the chief rests patiently upon his staff. And why? We want to go to Dom, but we know little about the way here. Do you know which direction we should take? Donnie asks while trying to stop the bleeding with one hand. Oh, we are still bleeding. No, sure. The chief scratches his dense beard, looks to the sky for a moment, then back at the party. Great Matoi has spoken. The village you are seeking lies that way. He gestures to the north. One of the forgotten gods. Those who revere such deities are often called the cult of the pures, reflecting their belief that everything that came after is a corruption that must be restored to its original state. Dome's Fair. 1, maybe 2 walks away. Less on horseback. But the road is dangerous, full of reapers bold enough to face the sun in search of prey. Reapers. Subterranean monsters dwelling in the dark depths beneath the ocean. And Samoas that guard the lakes from heavy adventurers. Few dares to approach the waters where Shomoas dwell, for their writhing limbs and savage intelligence make them among the deadliest of creatures. There is an ancient ruin there, as well as Elotium, as your people call it. Elotium ruins and palaces are rich in spy. Casting spells near an Elotium is impossible, as its presence overwhelms magic and drains any attempts. Most Elotiums honor the gods, each safeguarding a fragment of the spy wall. He pauses for a moment. Journal added Elotium and updated. We have a trading post nearby where we exchange goods with the Kumjamis, a tribal clan, a tight-knit group bound by ancient traditions, shared ancestry, and their sacred land they call home. Has anyone from your clan seen a cloaked man with a messy brown beard about this size wandering around in the past few days? Donnie asks the chief. The chief shakes his head. No, we do not encounter the person you describe. I admit we're a bit lost. Can you tell us which is the largest city nearby? Are we in Blukand or somewhere else? Donnie asks while trying to stop the bleeding with one hand. The chief appears surprised for the first time. You do not know where you stand. He scowls briefly, then answers. We call this continent the Central Class. Largest and one of the largest and most renowned continents in the world. The Middle Shard. The common folk, they call the lands under your feet the Middle Lands or Aran. We read that. A few weeks ago, we journeyed northward near a town called Clearwood. The chief lets out a weary sigh and inclines his head. Very well. You may stay with us for one night. If you prefer the shelter of our hearth over the sky's cold embrace, but in return, you must lend your hand, hunt with us, gather what is needed, and aid in any way you can. Should you wish, Elder Kana may take you fishing. He welcomes the company of one untested in his ways. The man he called Mahira frowns, taken aback by the chief's decree. Chief, I'm not certain this is he falters, silence as the chief raises a hand. They will aid us, Akima. Our labors are many and hands are few. They shall earn their place among us, the chief declares, bringing the matter to a close. Kahamahi. It will be done. The man murmurs obediently, though his frustration is clear. Ask me can help you with the herbs if you need to treat any injuries. Perhaps you can trade with her too, the chief says, points to a lean, long-haired woman with a wary expression. She also cooks very well. Then he gestures towards one of the tents. You're in luck. We apparently have a spare tent. Tyrock. So is someone missing? Yeah. One more thing. During our travels, we found a dead man. He was struck down by an arrow. He pointed at the empty tent. Could this be your man? The chief shakes his head. No, the dead body is one of ours. Our deep water Tarak, if you prefer simpler names, is tall, broad shoulders, nothing like that. Looks more like bandits spring in ambush or on some poor traveler. Deepwater Tarak. Earned through life events like a fish hunter vision. The age at which a person receives such a name varies, marking deeds rather than birth. What became of the one who owned that tent? Azra gestured towards the empty tent. The chief gives a dismissive shrug, his expression unreadable. Tarak must walk alone for now, and that is all you need to know. Okay. Now that introductions are behind us, is there someone one can play cards with? Acer steps forward. The chief allows himself a faint, almost imperceptible smirk. I'm always happy to play a round or two with newcomers, but be warned, I know a trick or two. The chief's attitude is increased by 5. Wait, do we have... Does this count as relationships? Huh. Oh, I forgot you're a freaking spell blade, aren't you? Oh, I don't want to change anything though. Arcane Bolt. Yeah, you have spells. As they start to play, the rest of the tribe gathers in a loose circle around them. Plus 31. High motivation, gambling 1. Okay, let's go. Wait, 99. Cool. In the final round, Acer shows the cards in his hand. 4 queens stare back, beating the chief's score. A low whistle spreads through the onlookers. Chief's attitude increases again by 5. Motivation for Acer goes up to 5, and his game skill went from 1 to 2. Thank you for reminding me what it is to let the mind rest for a moment, and I feel my sanity return. The chief says as he pushes himself up from the table, brushing his palm against his brow in a wary but grateful gesture. I learned a lot today. Before Harlanan can leave, Acer says, thanks again for letting us stay. Don't take this the wrong way, but I never thought I would one day be welcomed by tribes of humans, led by a humor. Well, now you can tell others what you've seen in all this world. If you wish to speak with me, seek me in my tent. Harlahan concludes the conversation, then takes his leave. Acer heads to the tent the chieftain pointed out, and goes inside to see what awaits within. I wonder if they will mind if I tidy this place up a bit first. Donnie turns to ask me, "Oh, you're pretty." A gray-haired woman, the chief pointed at a minute ago. "I'm injured. Can you help me?" "Let me see." After a brief inspection, she lets out a sigh. "A simple matter, and for a second I thought you have the current, unpleasant but non-lethal disease marked by the appearance of spots on the face." Asmi carefully starts to bandage the leg with the rat bites using a piece of cloth. She seems focused yet bored at the same time. It's definitely not her first time treating injuries, but she doesn't want to slip. Yeah, okay, hit points from 35 to 50. When did we go down again? What? Has your health been going down? Oh no, okay, no, that's what it was. It's not 100, I need to remember that. We don't have 100 health. Asmi finishes the bandages, grumbling something while she pulls the knot snug. Donnie nods at her before moving on. "I owe you." Asmi gives a brief dismissive wave of her hand. Then she rises to her feet and turns towards the small group of children who are now watching with wide eyes. She points at one of them, a little girl with long dark hair that falls nearly to her waist. "Milani, you come with me today," the woman says. "I'm out of medicine, so we need to gather some of those roots I was showing you the other day." The little girl gives a fierce nod, a spark of courage flashing in her eyes. In the meantime, on the other side of the camp where the hunters gather, Acer steps towards their leader, the one the chief called Mahira. "The chief has requested our presence on the hunt. When do we depart?" "We are almost ready. I just need to make a few more heads." He gathers his attention on the bone arrowhead he is sharpening with the stone, just so he doesn't need to look at the soldiers. "Almost there, Mahira," says a nearly bald man sitting on the truck next to him. The man with thinning hair greets the strangers with a toothless grin. "Why don't you entertain us with a tale while we are ready? Travelers such as yourself surely have wondrous stories of monsters and adventures." Mahira raises his head with a smirk. "Do you think they have a story with a princess in it for you, Gur?" Gur smiles. "Yeah, I'm sure they do." Donnie points out, "We are ordinary travelers with no tales to tell. Nothing more, nothing less." Some minutes pass in silence. Mahira and Gar shrugs. "Not the most entertaining strangers, are you?" Gar asks with a dry smile. The tribe's altitude is decreased by 5. Donnie poses a question. "What weapons are you using while chasing your prey?" Mahira responds to this one. "Against a Dixie, a spear is our best option. For apes, we rely on the blowpipes." Dixie, a wild boar of these lands and a formidable creature, large and more muscular than its domestic cousins. Tusks curve menacingly from its jaw, capable of felling even a seasoned hunter. Acer glances around and asks, "I can understand why you live on the road. Sometimes one does it because it's who they are. Same with you." "We don't need roofs or walls. Bugs and birds are part of our homes. These simple tents keep us dry from the rain, and if things get worse, we have a good leader too." Mahira nods towards the chief's tent. It's clear that people respect their elders even when they do not always agree with his decisions. Acer's motivation changed from 85 to 90 because of the tribe's culture. Acer casts a careful eye over weapons and the stitched armor some of the men wear, then looked to Mahira. "You seem well ready to defend yourself. Are there others troubling you too?" The young hunter spits on the ground. We can't defend ourselves if need be. The tribe may be mostly elders and children, but we hunters are strong, and we have surprises for any who dare attack us. All of our clans have principles we stand by." His face darkens. "The Kajami sometimes test the peace. They are more territorial, more radical than we are, yet they do not dare to break the rules." The tribe. Donnie addresses the men. "What happened to Tarek?" "The person you call Tarak. Mahara scratches his ear. We call him Deepwater. He is one of the Karigi of Mutai. Prove their words. Mutai. Excuse me. He drew the shortest tooth of the pharaohs, allowing them to guide effortlessly across. So he had to leave to complete his journey. Asmi snorts behind him while scrubbing the rug in a tub of water. Asmi's fire vanished during his Kurogi. Guard asks quietly, I'm confused. Tarak. Sent on a journey. Acer noticed that one of the hunters, the other call him guard, awkwardly moves his leg. Is that a hunting injury, my friend? I don't understand why he keeps doing these checks. Is there a reason? Perception went up. Yes, the blaster Dixie got me. I was too slow. She got me good, he shrugs. By the time I was carried back to camp, it was too late. Even Asmi's potions failed. I'm stuck with this. He signed for Mutai. Perhaps that I was not careful enough. Acer glances an impressed glance at the spears rested beside Gar. These spears are finely made to suit every hunter's height, and they're not unpleasant to wield if you're as short as I am. He kneels, picking up one to examine it carefully, balanced. It's clear the head can pierce flesh and muscle. Mahira nods. You strike me as an experienced hunter. Are you one? I'm no hunter, but I know a few things. As the hunters finish their preparations for the hunt, the spirits hover over the camp's heads, beginning to take control over them once more. Which path should the lives of these adventurers follow? Who will join the perilous hunt? Who will help gather resources instead? Is there anyone to fish? Or should anyone... Okay. So... Herbalism. I don't think we have fishing. But I'm pretty sure you have fish. You have one in fishing. Boudington. Okay, so what's gonna happen? We're going to gather resources to hide Donnie and join Acer. Acer. Yeah. Acer feels the urge to go hunting. Mahira rises, his face now marked with black paint around the eyes. Come, the hunt begins. He seizes one of the spears. Burrow will join us, Blue Sun. Mahira asks a question, eyes flickering towards a towering, burly hunter. He shakes his head. I've granted him another day to recover. We cannot risk losing him. At last, the hunters make their way into the forest, leaving the camp quickly behind. Once they are far enough, they slow their pace and move more cautiously. Keep your mind open, Gar switches to whispering. Dixies are among the smartest of beasts. If they are prepared, they pose no challenge, but one misstep and you become breakfast. He touches his injured knee. Learned this the hard way. Despite the injury, he makes no sound as they continue onward. After a minute of marching, Acer halts and studies the ground. The pigs went that way. He points towards the south. Gar crouches to examine some leaves scattered on the ground. Chewed recently, the work of apes. 1 or 2, motivation is now 100. He pauses to persuade the others to pursue the Dixies. Reasoning? Why would we do the Dixies though? I guess we don't need to do the apes. Plus 65. We already have it. $94. Wow. Huge. He speaks up. We need to hunt Dixies, he says, voice low but firm. Not just for food though. What's important? Not just for food, though that's important, but for supplies. Their hides will make armor patches. Their tusks can be fashioned into tools. And the meat will last us days if we preserve it properly. Why would Acer care about any of this with these people? He scratches his chin. We use the terrain to our advantage. We know they favor the northern glade at dawn. If we cooperate, we corner them with many risks. The group decides to go after the Dixies. We must move carefully. It's feeding time for the Reapers, whisper Mahira as they make their way through. They press on. The hunters occasionally stop to listen to their surroundings, hoping they might hear or smell their prey. Question. Do we have... They did not give us a spear, I guess. That sucks. The wind is nowhere to be found. The sun shines strongly and is getting hotter than it should. They hunt over a huge range. Although the humidity of the air becomes hard to bear, Mahira and the rest of the tribe seem not to sweat at all. Eventually, nobody collapses under the weight of the weather. The hunters carry on. Soon they arrive at a clearing. The forests give way to open space. Acer suddenly stops, raises a hand to signal the others to halt. I spotted one already. Let's proceed quietly. He forces the words out of his mouth, He forces the words out with his breath still tight, then points towards the direction they must continue. Scout went up, motivation went up. What's the highest for motivation? Acer sneaks around, slowly putting one tool before the other. Stepping softly, roll. We already have a plus 76, 46 for 122. Acer moves through quietly. Sneak went up. The group manages to get close enough. Mahira crawls forward, prepared to deliver the killing blow. He strikes the animal squarely on the head, and it collapses, lifeless. The others cheer in triumph. They all step forward towards the fallen beast. The hunters finish skinning the boar and prepare to return to the tribe. Back at camp, Donnie feels the need to help Asmi, and Milani gather herbs and other resources. This is what I need to care about with you right now. Asmi gives a signal to Milani and gathers some baskets. We need these full. She hands one to each gatherer. We do not have much time. We must finish before the hunters return. They walk through the wilds, traveling for nearly an hour without pause, but the surroundings are calm. Birds sing their melodies in the distance, and insects with shiny bluish black drone around them. The forest feels almost cheerful and peaceful at this hour. The most used herbs are deep in the woods, Asmi explains. We should split up, but stay within sight of each other. I will go to the right, you take the left. She points to the direction, then heads towards Milani. Then nods towards Milani. She is skilled at this. Follow her lead. If you are unsure, I will stay within sight if you need me. With that, she is already on her way. All right. This way, we should find the roots and mushrooms. The little girl lifts her small, delicate hand, gesturing towards the path ahead. Donnie, +5. Low motive. This is killing us. And we have to be careful. Donnie walks beside Milani, taking each step deliberately. She moves carefully, pauses to observe anything that might be useful. Oh, we did it. 39, 36. Nope, 63. Yeah, light is first. Donnie discovers a handful of herbs and roots. Milani nods as she surveys them. Excellent. 25 to 30. Thank you with that. We needed that. Skill level increases for her search. They walk a short distance, and Milani turns to face the woman. So, where do you live? I am from Ambergard, she says. It's a dull little place, to be honest. The little girl sighs. She wants to hear more, but is too afraid to ask. She looks at her full basket. That should be it. The hunters will return soon. I see Asmi has finished as well. She waves to the other woman. Together they make their way to the camp. The party members meet again at the tribe's camp. Look how green he is. They gathered in their tent to discuss what they experienced while apart. What the old man says could be linked to the book. Acer gleaned with the promise of chaos yet to come. I am unsure what all this means. He sighs after a few moments of thought. Mahira mentions the Kajami's attempts at peace. The Kumar man points out. This whole Tarak and Kujami situation stinks, yet I have no clue what to think of it. Donnie licks her lips and deliberate for a split second. As they converse, a sudden noise outside the tent draws their attention. Peering out, they see Halanhan has climbed onto a large rock, now fully visible to the tribe. His voice carries strong and steady across everyone gathered. The trees gave today and did not take any, and we are blessed. The earth gave today and did not take any, and we are blessed. We have some guests tonight. I'm convinced that they are good people. He allows himself a soft smile. Tonight we eat well. Every family gets its equal share. Our friends can join us to ride the wind which comes with the spring. As night falls, the entire clan readies themselves. Blankets are spread around the fire while the men adorn their faces with colorful markings. Asmi mutters about the scant supplies serves for bowls of steaming stew to everyone gathered. Mahira brings a stone down upon the gong, and the tribe begins to sing. A few sturdy logs rest upon a long plank, and a small crowd of clanspeople gather, murmuring and shifting on their soft earth. One by one, the tribesmen step forward. Each grip a heavy axe with calloused hands, eyes fixed on the target. A few throw strikes true. The axe biting deep into the wood with a sharp thunk. A ripple of quiet approval runs through the onlookers while children clutch their parents' tunics and all. The contest comes to an end, and Gora has scored the highest. He truly is the finest at this, Mahira says with a broad grin. The party grows rowdier as everyone drinks the gray-colored liquid Asmi hands out earlier. She claims it is some sort of wine. The chief approaches the party, his gaze curious and calculating. May I ask, where do you intend to go from here? Silence answers him. Very well, keep your secrets, he mutters, a shadow of amusement in his voice. The chief hesitates as if weighing his words, then finally speaks. You have earned my trust, so I will tell you this. Several days ago, a cloaked man came to our camp. He stood taller than most humans. Did not linger, only asked whether we knew of the Elodium nearby. I believe he came from the north, from the direction of one that was there. Our scouts followed him for a time, hoping to learn where he was going, and somehow he vanished, leaving no tracks behind. I wonder if that's why we couldn't use magic in there. We were probably in the Elodium, which blocks magic. I cannot shake the feeling that he is connected to you. He scratches his beard. Anyway, I'll let you deal with that information as you wish. Let's join the celebration before it ends with Grey Rock drinking himself to oblivion again. Chief, do you always have a second name? One given to you by the spirits or by nature? Acer inquires with a curious glance. The chief nods solemnly, his eyes distant for a moment, then replies, The spirits called me Ashen Wind, for I walk where the winds carry the ashes of our ancestors. That's a cool freaking name. He speaks again after a few moments. You have been good to us. Let me show my gratitude. There is something I wish to give you. The chief gazes at the sky, then reaches out with his hand. With his right hand, his fingers touch a star and he pulls it down. He places it in Acer's hand, leaving them standing in shock. The star transforms into a little flask filled with a shimmering blue liquid. Good against grieving bugs. Use it well. Oh, what in the world? With that, the chief settles into a log beside the fire. What? Freaking cool. I guess we don't have it yet. Music begins and some of the tribals stand up to dance. Where is it? Wait, what? Okay, music change. All of a sudden, a sharp whistle cuts through the air, the sound of arrows flying. Masked men appears from every shadow between the tents, their movements swift and purposeful. Each bears the mark of the they said they weren't attacking, they didn't attack them. The Gajami clan, a dark symbol stitched upon their leather armor. They advance in tight formation, axes gleaming and spears pointed towards the heart of the camp. The camp is under attack. The Gajami... Serious still? A Gajami warrior streaks forward, his grin twisted with malice, aiming directly for Thani. Thani readies herself to block. Breathing deeply, she whispers a mantra, murmurs a quick prayer, and readies her weapon. This is freaking blocking. We need a 60. Us 80. We made a 9. -1. The weapon hits her. The fight leaves her completely drained. That is so annoying. A tall, muscular figure with a veiled smile steps up beside Acer. Paint streaks against his arm and chest, announcing him as the leader. He lifts a bloody flail high. The Gajami leader swings. Oh, we got it right on the dot. He plants his feet firmly. Acer plants his feet firmly, weapons raised to meet the blow. 126. The impact clangs against the turned sword. Acer quickly arms up alongside the others. It's time to strike back. The chief raises his voice above the chaos. Death to the Sun Eaters! Let none of them survive! Acer comes across one of the enemy tribesmen, leaping into action. Acer stings with his blade low and fast, saving his energy. High motivation is fast. Melee. When do we use our magic? It's a done deal, but still. 98. 214. He swings with deadly force, his weapon slicing into the flesh of the Gajami warrior, sending him sprawling to the ground. With the fate of their home hanging in the balance, the Kumara hunters charge forward, their desperate cries echoing as they strike back to the invading enemy. Several enemies crumble to the ground as their skin tears open, as if the very air itself leaps upon them and bites deep. Harlahan swings his mighty axe, cutting down one foe after another, though a blade slips past his guard and gashes his leg in the process. Acer aims for the enemy's heart. Done deal. 40. 172. He hits the enemy, already staggered from the grievous blow. The Gajami leader collapses as Harlahan's axe strikes true, decapitating him with a single powerful swing. Acer wipes the blood off a Gajami from his sword. Harlahan's eyes sweep over the grim landscape, his brow furrowed in disbelief. Our clan suffers greatly today. I never imagined the Gajamis would dare so boldly. His gaze falls on the party, firm with resolve. I will call all the allied clans together. We must see that this never happens again. Mahira leans on his spear, weary and battered, a fresh scar cut across his forehead. They came from the shadows with teeth. He turns to the party. You fought like wolves. Azmi surveys the injured and the fallen. I won't have enough medicine for this. Mahira kneels beside a body. It's deep water. Damn, fool, what have you done, brother? The chief looks down, his eyes heavy with true grief, rests with the earth fallen one. The surviving tribesmen move along the fallen, faces streaked with blood. The Kumara will live, but the scars of the attack will linger, etched into bone and memory alike. After some time, Acer turns to the chief. I wish we could stay a bit longer, truly. Thank you for your hospitality, claimed Kumara. I hope fate allows us a kinder reunion. At first light, the party steps out of the camp, their path stretching towards the unknown. Thani is the first to speak. The voice was silent today. Acer shrugs. I'm sure it will return soon. Thani casts her gaze towards the distant northern horizon as they journey. Now we can go where the chief pointed. They travel with heavy heads. Last night's battle and the recent chain of events still occupying their minds. Today should be more peaceful, right? Why is this hilarious? That's so annoying. Most fate. Yeah, it's about right. Thanks for playing the demo. If things didn't turn out as you expected, this was just one of many possibilities. That's actually really cool. I really like this actually. Let's venture forth. In the chapters ahead, prepare to explore the vast continents of Andaram. At its heart lies a tangled web of political intrigue where your heroes unravel the mystery or simply turn away. In this living, breathing world, every biome shifts and evolves. Every monster that stalks the road has its own story, and every NPC belongs to a place that has its own goals. In the full release, all previously introduced mechanics will advance to the next level. Watch your heroes' relationship evolve, see them gain new skills and relics, uncover more details about their past, and face increasingly complex combat scenarios and challenges. Okay. Witness what they ultimately become, all shaped by your initial decisions and the directions you guide them towards at their decision point. One choice per chapter. If you enjoyed the demo, please visit our Steam page for any feedback, leave a message. Okay, what is... Oh, that's just our continue basically. I really like this. The choice integration into the story was most of the reason why I liked it. But hopefully for the full release, they let us choose magic. Just let me choose magic. Oh man, because Bonnie is not a fight. She needs magic. But either way, I have fun. Thank you, everyone. This was the demo for The Guiding Spirit. I hope you had enjoyed it. I hope you had a great time. Please check it out on Steam. The demo is still up, but see you soon.